friends, welcome to this today's episode of Life Team Gala. I want to make this very different and special, and you're going to see quite a few surprises. I have few friends who have come now to be part of this surprise, and let's go and meet them. Hi, good evening, friends. How are you all today?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, fine, thank you. So, welcome to today's session. It's a very special topic. I'm sure when I tell the topic you wouldn't guess it, but you can see it on the background. It's the elephant on my chest. Any bell ringing? No. Probably, yes, as we proceed with this session you will understand what is this elephant and why is it sitting on my chest. Probably we'll start this session with a small group game, but before that I just want to give you two keywords which is related to our body chemistry: adrenaline and serotonin. Let's pursue these two words as we move ahead in this session. Let's move out now. So let's start the group activity. I suggest you take 2 pieces of paper each and 1 pen. Please circulate fast. Each one should be having 2. Okay. Okay. Now don't write any names or anything, but I want you to write something. So one you will write not a fact, and one you will write a fact which is unique for you, and you can be funny. Can you start your writing? Quick. So you have all your papers, what you wrote, on the center of the table. It's shuffled. I want you to pick one by one. So Neil can pick and you can read it out. And you have to say either it is the real fact or a non-fact. If it is it's a funny fact, not a real fact, you can discard that paper. But the rule is, if it is about a real fact, which you say that it's a real fact, then you try to identify whose identity is that. Clear? So if it is a unrealistic, you can say it's unrealistic. That means that it's over, that sheet is over. But if it is realistic, you have to tell whose point it was.
It says here, I played a game with my friends in the morning. It's hard to say, but yeah, I think it's a fact. And I think Philip.
Is that correct? Wow, that's a good prediction. Yeah, good.
It says I'm 6 feet tall. It's not a fact.
I am a happy person and I want to make others happy. Fact.
Okay, that's a good guess. Yeah.
I think it's unique.
What is it?
It's unique and people wrote.
Sorry, what? I want.
It's unique and people wrote it art.
Art. Oh, okay, okay. So again, another good prediction. Yeah.
I like cooking now. Yes, I think it's cooking.
Oh, one more perfect answer. Wow, that's great. Okay. Neil, take the next.
I do 100 push-ups in one go. That's impossible.
Impossible. Wow.
Speaker writer. The fact is yes.
Wow, that's perfect. Wow.
There is no hole on this glass table.
That's
Not
Not
a fact.
a fact. Okay. Perfect answer.
I can visualize body objects.
Obviously.
Oh, that's great. A perfect one.
I had a fear of balloons. Fact. My brother.
Oh, that's a real great one. Okay, thanks guys. You did excellently well. I am so happy that you did all your classification as well as the name very perfectly. That's a big start for me for today's session. Now let's get back to the session. Yeah. Let's get back to the two key words I mentioned earlier. It's adrenaline and serotonin. Adrenaline in our body is produced by adrenal glands. And you know that when you are in fear, when you are in excitement, adrenal glands produce this into our bloodstream. And what in fact happens is adrenaline in our body makes our heart pump faster, make our lungs more effective, prepare our muscles for more activeness. What in turn it happens is the liver gets a command to release more energy into the heart, into the lungs and to the muscles, and it shuts off the digestion of the body. This is how the adrenaline works in our body, and which is very much a natural phenomenon which helps us to escape from a dangerous situation in you are. It's a body impulse that adrenaline pumps and gets you prepared for coming out of a dangerous situation. Now, when you have this adrenaline in your body, there are few external symptoms, which is sometimes you sweat, your heart beats faster, your breaths become faster, your heartbeat goes high, sometimes some people even feel your body becomes cold, or your hand becomes cold, or your hand becomes sweaty. These are all your external body symptoms of adrenaline into your body. Now think of the other word, serotonin. This is called a feel-good chemical. When serotonin is produced in your brain cells looks at it and understands the body is at absolute calmness, absolute confidence, absolute strength, and it is so therefore called a feel-good chemical, and it helps you to have an emotional balance. Now think of a situation when you're going into a Disney world, or when you're going to a Ferrari world, when you're taking your exciting rides. What do you do basically? You want to enjoy the adrenaline being pumped into your body, and you go through very fast roller coaster or a gravity drop, and you have your adrenaline feeling into your body. But what happens in the background is that you know that you are not going to fall. You are secured so properly that there is no fear, and your confidence takes over the fear coming out of the situation where what you are actually into. So here I am trying to tell you, when you are coming across a fear of exam, or when you are coming into a fear of something, or loneliness, or isolation, or friends neglecting you, these are choices for you to have anxiety. And this is where when you have anxiety, adrenaline is in your body. But through this positive thought of that nothing is going to happen, you will not fall, nobody will allow you to fall, you are not alone, this is a situation where you feel the presence of serotonin, and this absolute situation is called mindfulness. So when you have a fear, when you have an anxiety, when you have these body symptoms, you convince your body that you are in confidence, you are in hope, you are being loved by others, your parents loves you, your siblings loves you, Jesus loves you. These are the no-fail factors allows you to overcome this anxiety and to have an emotional balance through the presence of serotonin. When your symptoms of anxiety continues for a longer period, that period more than 2 weeks, then it is called a depression. And depression is a serious situation where you may need some help to come out of that. So it's better when it is in the anxiety stage, you try to come out of it using your mindfulness. Now, what is the adverse situation of a depression? When you are in depression, you seems to be always sleeping, trying to avoid people, or you might be into eating, or you might become a workaholic. You lose the control of the situations around you, or you might even have high increased blood pressure. So now the question here is, if you see into the board, you are having an elephant sitting on your chest, but do you also know that when others see you, there is no elephant on your chest? It is only for you, it is a congested situation. Whereas others see you in panic, of course, maybe but not the elephant. It is your problem. Now, if you see, anxiety is not something very wrong. It is very normal feeling, and it's something good to have in your system. It is nothing you should not be having. You are loved and worth being loved and worth being helped out. So, what do we see from this person still shouting for help with no elephant? That you should reach out to others. Reach out to your parents or your elder brothers or your teachers or your catechist or your parish priest about your problem, about your fear, about your anxiety. And thus the very purpose, the very activity of sharing with them reduces your burden. Now, you might ask, where is Jesus in all these things? This is where we are coming to. Jesus sees your situation, sees the elephant on you. Though the people around you doesn't know about it, Jesus knows what situation you are going on, and He is there to help. Now let us see how Jesus is involved in helping us in situations of anxiety and depression. But before that, let us listen to a short testimony by one of our own lifetime members.
Hi everyone, I'm Nimisha Nixon and I'm here to tell you how Jesus has worked in my life in areas like friendship and love. I had a friend who was kind of possessive, not so my type. My vibe is kind of, I used to be very complete extrovert and she was a total introvert, so adjusting with her was really hard. Then I started feeling weird and I started feeling locked up and depressed and stuff. I started praying, of course. I was like, Jesus, are you doing this for a purpose? Should I just leave her or shouldn't I? So slowly I started connecting myself more to other people than her, because I wasn't liking her vibe. I was like, Jesus, just find me a way. And something huge happened. It's a huge story, and we had to get separated and I had to go in my way. And the timing was also perfect. It was the exact time where our portions got over and we had to sit at home. So we both kind of got separated and we're still kind of friends. I must say that was a huge decision I had to make, but it was good. It was a good decision. Exam time is a time where you get stressed and you think about such things. I'm really thankful to Jesus and to my catechism teachers and everyone who's been with me. I know this is my last year and I'm definitely gonna miss life. All you have to do is stay connected with God. You may feel like He has completely left you, but He is pulling you closer to Him. That's what He's doing. So that's how Jesus walked in my life. This is not a good time. I know everyone is depressed, everyone is sad, but Jesus has a plan. He definitely has a plan for every single one of you. And try to find out why He has given you so much time, and it will help you. So just stay home, stay safe, keep praying, keep loving, enjoy yourself. Just do what you want at home. Thank you.
So we just heard from Nimisha how she faced her anxiety and fear with the presence of the Lord. Everything comes into our life, but when we see it through the eyes of Jesus, those mountains becomes a mole. And this is what in every situation we should be doing. The enemy keeps telling us that you are ugly, your complexion is not fine, you are not lovable, you are not worthy, you are not good enough, and leads to anxiety and fear. And this is where our mindfulness, our hope, our faith in Jesus. And at this moment, Jesus keeps telling us, you belong to me. You are my child. My strength is enough for you. Let us take few minutes in meditation now. I request all of you to sit in a comfortable position, including maybe you can invite your parents to sit along with you in front of your altar at home. Sit comfortably, and we are going to make a 3 minutes meditation. When we sit up straight and slowly take in air, breathe in air, and then we slowly exhale our air. In the book of Genesis, we read when Adam and Eve was created, he blew air into their nostrils and they became man and woman, the living beings, the living air into their lungs. And when we breathe in, it is the same air which we intake, and we will consciously take the breath of Jesus into our hearts. We will now breathe in slowly and breathe in slowly out. So, in the book of Isaiah, chapter 41, verses 10, we read this. So do not fear, for I am with you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. The Lord Himself goes before you and will be with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. We will just focus on the words what we heard now and again breathe in and breathe out. When you breathe in, believe that it is the life-giving breath of Jesus which is coming into you, and it goes through all your arteries, your nerves, to each and every cell of your body. And when you relax, the air is being expelled. The unwanted things from your body, the fear and anxiety are expelled from your body. Let's take one more deep breath. Psalms 23 is a beautiful chapter where it says that I will not fear anything, for God is with me. In verses 4 we read, even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You have the ultimate confidence, the ultimate I can do feeling that comes from St. Paul's letter to the Philippians, chapter 4, verses 13, where he exhorts to the Philippians as below. I can do all things through Christ who strengthened me. Nothing stops me from doing anything. Let's breathe in the life-giving breath of Jesus once again and expel slowly. Thank you for being part of this session and this meditation. Wish you a wonderful week ahead, and stay tuned for the next life team session on the Feast of the Pentecost next Friday. Thank you.